In this big talk performed live from New York City at the Speaker Salon, Edgar Jaehnel, who flew in from Germany and is 11 years old, talks about how money can make you happy and why he is a shareholder. This 6-week intensive was an amazing opportunity for this incredible speaker, and you are going to get to watch him perform now. Enjoy.
Hello, I'm Edgar Jaehnel. I'm 11 years old and I come from Germany. I'm a shareholder and I love to invest. I'm invested in Apple because I believe in this company and in its growth. I love their products. The MacBooks, the iPhones, the iPads. All of the products are made for us. For people like me and you. Great designs and user-friendly. The reason why I'm a shareholder of this company. But I'm not only invested in Apple. My portfolio includes 5 different stocks. Apple, Netflix, Fiverr, Tesla and Roblox. My first investment was in the stock Netflix with the start of the COVID pandemic, when it got clear that we all had no choice but to stay at home. It was clear that companies like Disney, Netflix or other streaming services or the gaming industry would benefit from the global lockdown. Because people love watching movies and shows. In the lockdown, we had a lot more time and a vacuum to fill. And interestingly, the people who didn't get laid off had more money to spend. That made me think investing into a streaming company would be smart. I chose Netflix. You can see that I do my research before investing into a company. I do have my core values, which I do not override when investing. For example, I do not invest in companies related to the weapons industry or the alcoholic industry, or companies that evidently do not value human rights. You can also see that all charts have one main very important thing in common. They're eventually going up in the long term. In between, there's an up and down phase, but eventually the stock will go up. There are times where I must sit still and do not sell, even when the stocks are falling. During the pandemic and even before the pandemic, some stocks were extremely volatile. That meant they went up and down daily, and extremely, the worst time to sell. But I knew the stocks I had invested in would eventually rise again, as those are well-known brands and have grown to this point up with time. Had millions of users and wouldn't get bankrupt within the next year. That makes me feel safe in those uncertain times. Tesla is a great example to show you how patient I am. I got some Tesla stocks for my 11th birthday in February 2021. Before I could intervene, my mom had already made the decision that it made more sense gifting me shares than to buy me another package of Lego. I thankfully agreed, knowing that I would get my Lego on other days. As you can see, my mom bought the stock back then at around $800 per share, and for a while the stocks were falling. It was extremely frustrating, as we all knew that Tesla had so much more potential, and now I'm happy that recently the stock has been rising. To be honest, I doubted to keep that stock, but my mom was so into that company and taught me how important it is to learn patience and trust. I was 6 years old when I asked my mom to teach me how to invest. I vividly remember sitting on a blue couch in the living room, reading a cartoon, while my mother was sitting at her desk, thinking aloud and asking herself whether to buy those stocks or the other ones, or to split the amount and buy a few for 1,000 and a few of the other ones for 1,500. I know I had asked her a few times before to teach me, but she said I should learn to read and write first, and then she would consider teaching me. Eventually I did learn to read and write, and on that day she allowed me to sit by her side. I will never forget how fast I took my brown scanning stool and put it close to her, took a seat and was fully open to receive all those wise advice from her. I'm grateful for that, for everything. She showed me not only how life can be lived to the fullest, even with a little money, just how to thrive again, never giving up, a new beginning, starting from scratch. Still remember the day she cried, the day she fought, the day she stood up for herself, for me, for us. But mostly I remember the days we laughed together. She makes life so beautiful, and I never miss anything. She's my hero. I grew up seeing how money can make you happy, can make you feel safe, and despite any struggles, can give you the freedom to book another short trip to Greece, London, or the south of France. Taking some days off to forget about stress and to be in the present moment. This way I learned early in my life that money does make you happy. I am happy. Of course, it's not only about the money. It's about the whole package of being able to generate money whenever needed. The love and trust from your family, the togetherness. But don't fall for the old sayings that money does not buy happiness or anything similar, because it does help you live your life to the fullest, and therefore does make you happy. Another very important life lesson my mother gave me, and which I truly love to exercise, is giving back, in the form of donating and teaching others how to learn and apply those techniques. I would love to give you my top 4 secrets about how to invest and generate money fast. 1. Invest only in companies you believe in, because their products or services speak for themselves, or because you see the potential of a new company. Do your own research, read the news and use Google. Do not just invest in it because everyone does it. Do your own analysis. 2. Check out hidden champions. Most banks do search fields to look up for new or unknown companies that are going slowly but are, for example, the suppliers of huge companies. If publicly available, you can check out those. 3. Always put a bit of money aside for investment purposes. It's your choice how much of your earnings from your regular job flow into your investments. If you cannot put money aside, check your expenses and see where you can cut off some spending. 4. Listen to your desires. If you want to eat in that fancy restaurant, do it. My favorite is the Grill Royale in Berlin, where I order the most delicious steak on the menu. Get a feel for a beautiful life this, the moment you live your desires. As a child, I don't know limits. I know we have money. I know I want this because I desire it, because I want to feel good. That was one thing I taught my mom. Do not limit yourself when it comes to fancy restaurant choices or 5-star hotels or business class flights. Even when it is a private vacation, even when you think it's not necessary. Be grateful that you can live today with those choices and enjoy a great lunch with your loved ones without regret. Money can make you happy.
I hope you enjoyed this big talk. And if you have any desire to step onto my stage in New York City, whether you live here or not, go to thespeakersalon.com and apply to join the salon. I hope you enjoyed these episodes, and be sure to hit the subscription button and notification bell so that you can be sure to get access to all of my latest videos. Big love.